Nothing like Alex and Geof kick things off.
Boom, boom, boom. What's up, my
What's
folks?
up?
What's up, Blake?
Not a whole lot. We're on the hunt today.
The hunt for Red October.
That's right. Yes. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we are on the hunt.
Well, traditionally October is an up month, but traditionally September is a down month, I think. So nothing matters anymore and
Yep.
everything's inverted. Maybe.
Everything's inverted.
Or I guess it's not even inverted. It just all goes one direction, doesn't it?
I guess.
Markets are pretty spicy, I will admit.
Yes. Today's been good. I was surprised by the volatility so far, but also not because I guess we have the government shutdowns looming, so the volatility makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah, I've been watching those poly market odds. What do people think? I mean, I send out the poll. People think nothing's going to happen. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Who's that nothing ever happens crew in Telegram? I was wrong. You were wrong. What's up, Jack? Let's look at this. I'm going to replace current share. Here we go. Look at
yeah,
this.
take it.
Boom. Nothing ever happens crew. We are now at a 79% chance of a government shutdown.
Oh yeah.
So we were at 63% earlier today. What was the final tally on that poll? I don't know what people said. I think most people said nothing ever happens and it's all theater.
Greg.
Greg, Alex, man, gonna be tough following Blake's opening act. Dude, what did you do? Did you do a song and dance? I mean, I'll start dancing.
You should
I
have seen
didn't
the
do
table
anything
shake.
different.
Were you twerking?
No, no, I didn't do anything different than normal. I don't know.
Well, you've made a friend in Greg here.
I guess so. I mean, I just, it's Monday. I love trading and the week
You have
started off nice and spicy, so
Greg, is it the fancy shirt? It's the fancy shirt, isn't it?
yeah, it's the Hawaiian shirt.
Better,
Like,
he's talking about McDonald's bringing back Monopoly.
Wait, what?
oh
Yeah, they're
yeah.
bringing back Monopoly. You didn't hear
Well,
that?
hey, listen, you guys are gonna have to moderate this one. I'm gonna go to McDonald's real fast. Gonna go play the lottery.
Heck yeah.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
so let's look at what is Mickey D's doing today?
Yeah. Oh my.
Nothing. Nobody likes Monopoly.
I
Actually, the
guess.
one that's taken off is Etsy.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Again.
Check that out.
Look at that, dude. Gosh dang it.
And that's
You,
because of OpenAI. They
what
have they're bringing, I guess you can buy stuff off Etsy through OpenAI now. It's crazy.
nice. I accidentally cleared my history, but they were Etsy calls this morning. But I've been burned on Etsy a few times. I don't know why. I seem to have like this trading block with Etsy.
That's how I am with Cisco.
Oh, really?
I have
Dude,
never ever won a trade on Cisco ever. And
I'm like,
I even traded it back in the 90s when you could throw a dart and everything would go up, and I still lost money on it.
yeah, okay. So if anybody, if Jeff ever sends out a if Jeff ever sends out a Cisco trade, Cisco's still a company, right? They're still around.
Hmm.
Yeah, just to invert Jeff. And if I ever send out an Etsy trade, invert Allison. I tell you to do calls, do puts. I tell you to do puts, do calls.
Yeah.
This thing is like messed me up.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Um,
hold on. What does Cisco even do? Is it like food supplies or something? Like,
No, 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 no. That's
that's
SYSCO. I'm talking about CISCO.
oh,
yeah, yeah.
It's a technology company.
They are
They make
pronounced.
routers and stuff like
oh,
that.
okay. So we're talking about the electronic company Cisco.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
they do all kind of networking.
Uh, I was thinking about this one. I was thinking about that Cisco.
Yeah, I saw Cisco delivering some napkins. I went long Cisco and I saw them delivering some napkins yesterday. Um,
Oh my gosh.
Now you
but
say that you want to hear a funny one.
I do.
So back when
yeah.
I mean this is I forget how long ago this was, but there was a stock called Chico's, And so and it's a clothing company. I found that out. But anyway, I bought into that thing and it went from like 25 bucks up to like 40. I was just like, man, this thing's just smoking. Anyway, so I get home and I tell my wife, I was like, man, I said, you wouldn't believe this. I said, but you remember that Mexican restaurant in Oklahoma City called Chico's? And she goes, yeah. I said, I bought into that thing. I said, it's just taking off. She goes, well, why are they taking off? I was just like, I don't know. I said, they're just going up. And then a little while later, she came in. She goes, "You sure you bought Chico's, the Mexican restaurant?" I said, "That's the only Chico's I know." She goes, "Now there's a women's clothing store called Chico's,"
Oh, yeah.
and that's what it was.
That's
So,
what,
so
yeah,
it doesn't
that's what
matter
I
what you
thought
buy,
when
you
you
still
said,
go
yeah.
good.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it works out. I remember going in with my shopping with my mom when I was little. I always go to Chico's to like stand there and just like play my Game Boy in
There you go.
in misery.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but
Well, Alex, I hear you've got some interesting unusual option flows that you wanted to go over for the potential government shutdown.
nothing really for the government. Well, I guess, I did see this morning TLT jump a
Oh my
lot.
gosh.
Nothing really particularly flows for the government shutdown, but I will say for for unusual flows. So again, the what we're looking at with just general stuff. So we saw these flows come in on silver. Let's go to the daily chart on this. This morning, we're down a little bit on this position, but I mean, silver is certainly spicy, but these are $43 calls. These are October 17th. So as long as we get there in like a few days, this might be a little bit of a longer hold. But I mean, you said silver was going to 43, right, Geof?
I think silver. Well, I think SLV is going to try to get up to about 46 to 47.
Yeah. I mean, these gaps are insane. We're having a little bit of a waiver today, even though we did gap up. We have until the 17th for this to play out. We got almost 2.5 weeks or so. So, I feel like we're going to, I mean, we're gonna let this play out, but I'm not, don't worry about this, but we're gonna hold this for a couple days maybe, but I think we're gonna be looking good on this.
I
And
think so.
yeah,
You
we're
got more
going,
than enough time on them.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, even with data decay, I mean, if we hit, I mean, we're not too far. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, I think we could, gold is also accelerating today. So I think, right?
Yeah, it's up 65 bucks.
Yeah. Whew.
Oh my
Look at that
gosh.
gap. Jesus.
Yeah, GLD's up at 352 now.
Yeah, that's insane. So I think we're gonna let this play out. Um, it might take a longer. Usually, we're in and out in a day or less, but this might take a few days longer. So anybody who's in that trade, that's the update on that one. What's up, Pete? Let's see. So that was the flows we saw this morning. I don't know if I can show you those because I think I accidentally cleared all the cache, but the cache. But yeah, here's some. I mean, more came in after we bought these. So
That's a
43
good sign.
bucks, October 17th, some October 24s, some October 1st, which is interesting. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at that. Just holding that. We got Trump. Oh, I think we actually have this. Rigetti also, folks. I like this chart on Rigetti. We're selling off. We're having a real hard time breaking on the 10-minute chart below the breaking back over the 200. So I think we could have some rebalancing on this. We just need to get to like 29 by like today or tomorrow or Wednesday. I think we'll be in profits from what I recall from the P&L diagram, and I think we can actually hit that. So we're going to hold on to that as well. But look at this, TLRY. So TLRY
Wow.
took, Trump tweeted out, what did he say? Well, let's just, the thing about this, here we go. Trump endorses cannabidiol. Advocate potential benefits from the use of cannabidiol in senior healthcare in a social media post. Looking to reclassify marijuana. Canopy's up, Tilray's up, Kronos. all these marijuana stocks are up. We're having a little bit of resurgence in marijuana stocks of late. These were big, 2016. Now they're coming back though, and there's only like 5 games in town. So let's see where we up. We're up 8.5%. I kind of want to. I kind of want to hold this. I don't know if I want to hold it until tomorrow. I mean, this is such a penny stock. Maybe just take the gain. I don't really see. No, we go to the day. Let's see what the daily chart looks like. How ridiculous it looks. Wow, we still are off. Even February 2024. This thing. I don't know, man. We broken out. We might just hold this till tomorrow. If you want to trim profits, towards the end of the day, at like it probably maybe up 10% or so. Feel free. I'm gonna hold it until tomorrow though, just to see if we can get another little push. Um, but yeah, the power of Trump. Just a tweet. That's all. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to make a 40%, 50% move in your stock price.
Wow, I gotta check this out.
It's pretty incredible. K SMR. We'll go over that. Do I have SMR? Go away. SLV. So this was a quick trade. We got in here, exited, right when we started to see this candle turn, which is a good thing we did because we would have just we got 30% on this, but so good job, K. But 30%. It took about an hour, I think. It's pretty good, but I'll look at this is what I'm saying. All I really look at is the moving averages here. And we saw, I knew when we broke over the 200, if you are looking at stuff on like a 10-minute chart and you break over the 10, or sorry, if you break over the 200, like that's pretty a good sign. You're going to go up a little bit. Conversely, it's also a good sign if you break under, you're going to go down. So just, pay attention to that stuff sometimes. It'll help you. Like, don't go long when you're breaking under the 200 because that's a really difficult level to break through. We also see some confirmations there with the call. I actually thought we could get here to 140.66, but we just pump. I mean, if anybody was watching this, we were just pumping hard right at this candlestick at 1040 and like pumping real hard. Like it blew up. And then I saw it wavering and I was probably going to exit just because I saw it wavering. We're already at 30%. We probably, we could have moved up even, but this time I was actually thinking we would get out early and lose some gains, but we actually got out right. So, but you got to play what you get. What are you looking at today, Geof?
Actually, I've been kind of doing more of the healthcare stuff today.
Ooh, what are we looking? What are we talking about? UNH?
GRAL.
GRAL.
GRAIL.
What is it? Ooh.
They do basically cancer screening, if you will. But yeah, they've been kind of perking up. About I don't know, a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, and so I jumped in on them and got into a 55 call spread on them. So it turned out doing pretty good right now.
When did you get in on it?
Got in this morning on it.
Oh, this morning. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you were nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I guess
up about 40% on it.
A debit spread?
Yeah, call debit spread.
Nice.
So got in at 2 and it's up to like 320 right now. So not bad.
Hold on a second. Let me just change this up. All right, there you go. I had to plug in my computer. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. And it's not a real expensive stock, but I mean, but it been moving. So I always kind of look for stuff that moves.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, what are you targeting? Like this previous high?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd like to see it get to at least 60. I'll put it that way, which I think is where that body that closes at, or right in there.
Actually, yeah,
that's 57. Okay.
Yeah, no,
So I was thinking it'd at least get back up to 60.
Yeah. What's the
Now,
expiration on that?
that was the 17th.
Okay, yeah. I feel like it could. Yeah, I don't ever really know. Like, I feel like nowadays, like these moves sometimes aren't even retraced, like these big old candlesticks.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just keep on going up.
Well,
Um,
what I do, if you want to know, I look, I look at something that is basically above the month open, and then it's breaking the previous week's high. And then I compare that with stocks that are up more than 2% above their month open. Of course, we're at the end of the month right now. So, but when I get those kind of matching up, I put those on my hot list.
so you look at if the stock is up 2% on the month, and
A
then
minimum of 2%.
minimum 2%,
Yeah.
and then
Well, and what I do, I mean, if you look at this one's up about 70% on the month. I mean, you go back to the month open and look at where we were and now where we're at. I mean, it's up like 70%. So, but I have it rank those by the quote unquote strongest, so the highest percent move versus and of course I have another one that does just the ones that are moving down as well. I mean, your weakest ones on the month are like Nvidia. Nvidia's kind of got beat up, right? So that's that's one thing I always look at is just who's strong moving up and who's strong moving down. And then I start throwing all the averages on it and everything like that and saying, okay, this one looks hot. So, and they're buying it for some reason. I don't know what. And so I just kind of ride their wave. So,
that's pretty good strategy actually.
yeah.
And you look, what was the second criteria? It's the 2% up at least on the month, and then what?
Oh, then I look for if it's busting above the previous week's high. So, so if
Interesting.
I can get it
Okay.
above last week's high and have it, have a strong move up for the month, they're going to be buying the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, and for whatever reason, doesn't matter to me, but they are, trying to buy this thing. And I don't know if your unusual option flows picks up on that or not. That's why I was really interested when you started showing that stuff. I was just like, hey, this will probably help out also.
Ha! Look at that.
There it
When
is.
when this just came actually a few minutes ago. So that's pretty good.
75 calls.
Yeah. There's not a lot of volume though. Let's see. Let's go over here to let's see it. So well, they don't have a lot of volume either. So actually this might be kind of high.
Yeah.
$75 calls. Wow, they're up 500% today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Crazy.
Let me detach this so everybody can see it. Yeah, so this is the contract that I'm seeing on my scanner.
Yeah. The 200 that you're open, that's your volume. Okay. Not open interest. So,
Volume over. Yeah, volume over. So you see like we got 225. You can see this 225 new con. So all of what's interesting here, all of these contracts, this is the sole volume was executed here, 225. This is the look at that. That's all that's been traded at this strike today.
yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah. Interesting. It's 90, that's a long ways away. Jeez. What's
Yeah.
their catalyst? They have any catalyst for this puppy?
I like I said, I don't do a whole lot of research into things. I just look for things moving.
Oh, this is a cancer blood test.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it
This is
does.
like Theranos.
Yeah,
Theranos for real.
yeah. I mean, they're really big into, cancer screening and everything like that. And so, which I thought was pretty cool. So, but
That's sick. Yeah. You got something coming out soon, right? Do we're following that strategy? Is that what
yeah,
you're
I'm
been
trying to
working
build
on?
an indicator to get all that done. Yeah,
That'd be sick, dude. I want to use that because I kind of like that. I mean, that strategy is good for me too. I have like a breakdown scanner, but it's not like super. I mean, I built it in like 2 minutes, but I could probably make it better. But
yeah,
I like I basically are looking for stocks that have sold off, and then I'm manually looking for the crawl like scan through those and look for crossovers and whatnot. But I like yours because it kind of you don't have to you're not with mine, I'm like trying to figure out where the momentum is going, and then I'll use my wave indicator. But you're like just like you're basically taking that step out, like just finding the stocks that are already
Right.
moving, which is
Well,
good.
and my problem is I have to go dig things up. And to find all the stocks that are doing that, it's just too much for one person. I'd rather just have it scan it and say, here's your watch list and here's your indicator in your chart. I mean, that's the coolest thing about it.
Yeah.
So and that way I don't have to do all that. But and I mean that's another thing that I've got going on is what I like to see is something during the month that has anywhere between a 5 to 10% pullback, and then it busts back above the month open, the previous week's high, and has to be above the 50 and 200-day moving average. And if it does that, that's kind of like a cup and saucer, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll take that stock and they'll punch that thing about 10% if that happens. So, but they always have to have that pullback. And then once it starts to break up again, just kind of like this stock here, has a nice little pullback. Of course, that pullback was back in July and August because this is a daily chart, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if it'll do that and then starts moving back up, it usually has a stronger move higher once that happens. So, but just like this one, I mean, this one pulled back. Of course, it didn't do it during the month necessarily, but then it started breaking back above those averages, and boom, they just started buying the thing. And I think they have a lot of stuff, bots and stuff like that look for stuff like that, and that's why I like them.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah. We should, when you're ready to show that off, let's do it because
Yeah.
I want to use that. That's really cool.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, you should be. Did you took an out of the money one, so you should be pretty. You have a pretty good profit target on that one, I think. Did you
Yeah,
take a,
I'm looking for it to get to at least the 58 to 60 area before I jump out of it.
oh, nice. That's sick.
So,
Very cool. Very
yeah.
cool.
And you want to check this out. I'll slack it over to you.
Hey, well, we got a ton of new people trickling in here. A little late. Where have you been? But okay, so Joe B is saying, um, so all these people are buyers because so that's another thing to pay attention to. So just because you see the volume here, right? This is contracts transacted, they could be selling, right?
Right.
So that could not mean that they're long. But Joe B just checked this for me. Thank you, Joe. He said these are buyers, so they're buying. These contracts, $75 October 17th, which is that's pretty good.
But that was one order that you showed, right?
Yeah, there was only one that my scanner picked up on, which looks like it
Right.
was the only one. I mean, yeah, and maybe there'll be more in a few days. I have
Yeah.
this other. I'm working on this other scanner too. That's more of a traditional sweep scanner, but it sees it, but it picks up different type of activity.
Mm,
Working on that. But there's no sweep. It was not a sweep,
okay.
but yeah, um, that's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, Joe B. A lot of people don't know you can open the options contract and look on a chart to see what it's doing and how it's grown each day. You just go here, you basically copy this and drop it into your copy. This is the option contract. And then you paste it. Yeah. Into your, you can, yeah, okay, yeah, right click, you can copy it, paste it into your chart tab. And then you can see what the option's doing, who's buying, who's selling, how much it's increased or decreased for that day. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, Tilray's popping. Where's Tilray? Tilray is popping right now. We're at 14% gain. Oh man, this thing's looking hot. Say hi in the chat. I see a ton of new names trickled in here. Say hi in the chat. We're just hanging out. Update on our position. I don't remember. Did you know what our profit target was on CROX? Was it pretty high? Because we're up 40% on that one right now.
Ooh.
The debit spread. I forget if we were. Does anybody remember what did I say? What's up, Zoom user? Does anybody remember that CROX spread from last week? I think we were going for like 100 or so percent, 120% or so.
Yeah, I think it was 120% what you said.
Okay, so we're up 40% on CROX. This is going long, Sydney Sweeney, right?
That's right.
So we took the 81, 82 and a half dollar call, which must have been out of the money. Or maybe it was you know what? Maybe it was a more conservative trade, but we should still be able to get 50% on this. So maybe we'll hold it until tomorrow. Maybe at the end of the week, see how it plays out. See how it goes from there. Let's look at just an update on IBM, which filled the gap. Let's go to 10-minute chart. So we're selling off a little bit. This is a nice little, I mean, we're still gonna stay in this one because I like this move. I mean, even with this move, we're up 40%. With that spread, we filled the gap. I think we're going higher even from here. So we're gonna stay in this. Maybe we'll close it out in a couple days, before the end of the week. We'll see. Pete, I don't know what did you not get filled on? CROX? Hey Pete, did you get your brokerage figured out? I think I emailed you. I don't know if support emailed you about that. But so one thing I've been working on, I'm gonna start doing this. Actually, so I have a little strategy I want to show people today, how to turn basically any stock into a weekly dividend payer. Not
Ooh.
today, we're not going to do this, but what I've been tracking is this new scanner I built is pretty interesting. If you look, and the reason I can't do it today is because I like to wait until like 3:30, 3:40. But when you see like these last minute big orders coming in, they're sweeps basically, like at the last close of market. So I've been just like tracking these and seeing which ones land and which ones come through the scanner, and then checking them the next morning. Pretty good hit rate for stocks that gap up or make a big move overnight. So we're going to start doing some like overnight occasional trades on using this new scanner. And then of course we got my trusty this flow scanner we're also using. So lots of scanning, lots of strange options activities we're going to be talking about. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. Okay, we're at 50% on CROX. Oh man, see, what did we get filled at? I'm just gonna go look at that, see what the profit target would have been. It was 81, 82 and a half on CROX. And we got filled at CROX. We got filled at 50 debit. No, we got filled at 60, and it was $1.50 spread. So
Right, that's when I got filled at 63 on.
63. So yeah, I mean, we should be able to get another we should be able to hit 75%.
Yeah, I would
Things
think
keep
so.
going. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll hold this. Let's let it run. We're up. I think CROX has a pretty good chart, anyways. So.
Well, the cool thing is about CROX too is we're in with the CEO or the CFO. It was it was like I went and looked back historically. That was the largest insider share purchase ever for CROX.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When
it
was
was
that?
massive. On the 22nd of September, Patricia Reagan bought $3.5 million worth of shares at $77.
Oh, on Friday. She bought on. Oh, hell
Yeah,
okay.
on the
Well,
22nd. So
22nd. I thought you said
I guess
22nd.
that was Monday, but
Oh,
yeah.
I guess I was looking at the CROX chart on the daily intraday chart, but now we're on the daily. We're over the yeah. We're gonna hold this one for sure. I think we have some more room. For some reason I was like looking at the 10-minute. I think. Yeah. I mean, I like that chart. We're crossing over the moving averages now. Let's see what the wave indicator says. Yeah. Nothing really, but that's okay. We're in it. We're in it. Nothing. Sometimes if we have this big pushes down because the big moves down, we'll throw off the moving averages for quite a while. Sometimes the wave indicator will be a little slow on big gaps to either to the upside or the downside to change like its signals. We got a question from Greg here for you, Jeff. Mr. Jeff.
Stock up at least 2% on the month, above last week's high, yes. Add pullback 10% over 200. Yeah, and here's the big problem with the pullback part. I'd like to see it done in the last 30 days. So it's not just this month. So beware of that. I mean, a lot of people think, well, how much is it pulled back in a month? Well, I'm talking about the past 30 days as far as a month. So I'm not looking at just, the month of September, the month of October. I'm not going by those kind of months. So beware of that. But I'd like to see it somewhere between 5 to 10%, not just 10%. But I like to see somewhere between 5 and 10%. So a lot of times you'll see them pull back like 7%, and then they flip back around and take off. So just beware of that.
Yeah, cool, Greg. Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 10% is a pretty. I mean, that's a solid move. You want to get in maybe a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
Somewhere between there. Yeah. Man, don't call it a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. Rigetti computing selling off hard. Man, we're turning this position around.
Well, it's down $2.
It is. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, 6%, $2 today. We opened this last week. But we're still, this is what, so look at this. This is the key, classic pattern. So look at this. So, there's, with price action, look, so we had a big move down, right? Now look at this consolidation pattern, right? Now I've been watching this all day, which is why I didn't want to send an exit alert, because we were at a slight loss on this. However, we did get this big sell off today. We jumped below the 50. This is the purple's the 50, ladies. My voice just cracked. The purple's the 50s, and I need to wet the whistle here. Purple's the 50. 200 is the blue line. So this consolidation patterns are when basically you have a move down to the downside or the upside, but to the downside in this case. And look, we consolidate. Now despite this consolidation, basically since 11:40. So, within the first hour and a half of the market being open, 2 hours of the market being open, we've been consolidating in this band. And now look what happened. We could not break over that. And we're selling off now here as we close out the day. This last hour of the day. So look for consolidation patterns if you're looking at the chart, right? Especially on like the 10 minutes, the intraday charts. Dailies are the same. I mean, it's all kind of the same, but in this case, it's the 10-minute. If you get a down move and then you consolidate for, typically what is just happening is you're getting this battle between the bulls and the bears. And if you don't break above these key levels here, which is in this case the 200 moving average, you can oftentimes you'll get a continuation after that consolidation. So trend, consolidation, continuation, right? Trend, consolidation, continuation. And this works for the upside too, right? Like if you look here on Rigetti back in September, last week on the 10-minute, the Thursday, trend, consolidation, trend, right? So yeah, that's just something to keep a lookout for. So I want to get into this weekly dividends thing because it's really cool. I've been trading this for like two and a half years at this point. Basically do it. It's how to basically and these aren't necessarily dividend paying stocks that we can collect weekly dividends on, right? But using this strategy, we can turn any stock, whether or not it pays dividends, into basically a weekly dividend payer. I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to just leave because we have the government shutdown coming tomorrow, and we'll probably talk about this more tomorrow. you know, Geof, commodity. I know you do commodities. I know futures. Is there anything like to plan for? Is there any way for traders to take a smart bet ahead of government shutdown?
If they shut down, buy GLD some more because it's going to spike up.
So that's actually really cool because like if silver too.
Yeah, and SLV, GLD, absolutely. And you can probably get into PAL or PALL if you want to do that also. But yeah, and you can probably do your GDX and GDXJs, and I know people have a billion different things they look at. I just like to look at the basic ones, GLD and SLV and
What's PAL? What's
it's
the
palladium.
Palladium? That's right.
No,
What
no,
is
it's not a one, it's just a stock.
yeah, it never shows up. It's not proficient auto logistics.
Oh,
PAL.
there's no options on it.
Yeah, it should just show up on a chart though, right?
It should, yeah. PALL.
Oh, PALL. Boom. Yeah, nice. Oh, got a nice little crossover happening here on the 10 minute at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so again, gold. Curious if the bond markets are selling off. That's interesting. Be ahead of this a little bit today. We're not selling off. I guess just yields are dropping. Sorry, gotta get my
I was
chart
gonna
up.
say the yields are dropping and bonds
Right.
are actually up.
Yeah, yeah. It's all inverted with bonds.
Yeah.
Okay, we are now in positive territory on Rigetti, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna, ooh, look at that. What a comeback story. What a comeback story. AEO is also dropping hard. Oh, now we're below that. We're probably gonna hold that into tomorrow. I think we can probably get a winner on that too.
American Eagle?
Yeah, yeah. We took puts on this on Friday, I think, or Thursday. We saw
Ah,
some flows coming in. Let's see if there's any puts coming in on the scanner here for AEO today. Nothing there. I don't know if there's any sweeps either. Nothing. But hey, it's selling off, and we already got in. So that the move we already got the unusual option stuff happening. So TLRY. Oh, it hit almost at 180. Damn, that's sick.
they're buying some Tilray today, huh? Tilray?
I know, man. I don't know what to do. We're up 14%, but like that's a heady move for a penny stock.
Yeah.
But it also is a penny stock. It could just go to $3. It could do the same thing tomorrow. Do I take it and run or no? Let's see. Is there any near term? There's a little bit of resistance like right here, 176.
Diamond hands.
Hodl.
Yeah. Throw it on Reddit, see what it does.
You know, Reddit actually is. I will peruse Wall Street Bets. I'm just like curious. Like it is fun to see. I don't know how. Like it just is. They do have some. There's always interesting takes on like the Wall Street Bets daily Reddit threads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at that sometimes. Um, let's see when are earnings coming up. Thursday the 9th. Man, this thing's probably going to blow through earnings. Though we took the we do have the 10th. We could just hold till earnings. Because their earnings will probably suck, but there also will be good guidance, which usually is more indicative of what the stock is going to do. But they're up 50% today. Is there really a chance that they could go higher than 50% without retracement? You know what? We're going to exit this. We're going to see. Let's see what we can get filled. BTQ. What's BTQ? IMDO. Is that another weed? Is that another weed stock? Another that marijuana, that devil's lettuce?
BTQ Technologies.
Oh, that's a new stock. I don't know what that is.
Well, BT, my brain thinks Bitcoin.
I know. BT anything. I'm like Bitcoin? Um, all right, I'm just gonna say, oh, quantum. Yeah, Rigetti's selling off hard, which is interesting about Quantum because Rigetti's a quantum stock too, but they're selling off hard today. We were going to go on an INTC cause, but we're going to try and get out. Let's see if we can get out TLRY at 22. Get a little better gain, though I don't know if we'll be able to. It's kind of falls try and get out 21.
So is Hood up big today?
Let's look. Let me just get out of this one.
Yeah, Hood's up nice.
Oh,
It's
is
like,
it?
yeah, it's like 10% on the day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Here, can you someone pull up the screen on Hood? I just gotta send this out to Telegram. I'm gonna seed sharing. Seed the screen, seed the everything. Oh, where'd you go? Flag.
You want me to pull it up, Jeff?
Yeah, yeah. Can you pull up Hood?
Sure. Okay, I have my account hidden. That's good. This is Hood today. So you guys can all see this. 11% now, almost 12.
There you go.
Since we've been talking, it's gone up more. Gosh, I was gonna chase it too. I guess I should have.
Hood's popping? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's up a lot. So, Alex, if I'm not mistaken, you have something in store for everyone here today, something special.
I do, yeah. Well, like I said, so we've been doing this strategy for 2.5 years. It's basically we all love dividends. People think they have to find dividend stocks, to collect dividends, right? There's actually a way you can target, something I call weekly dividends, right? Without having to own a dividend stock, right? Now you can do it on dividend stocks too. You can get extra dividends, but if a stock pays stock pays monthly dividends, quarterly dividends, you can still get weekly dividends from that company as well. In fact, one of the companies I'll be showing you today does pay dividends, but you can actually what you're doing, right? What we do is we use a special trading strategy to again collect what I call weekly dividends.